Well, hello. Welcome back. What's up, fam? It's your boy Demuir here, purveyor of all sounds, underground. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel today, where I'll be discussing, and this should actually be a series by now, local bullshit, the politics of dancing. I think this is probably my third video that I've done on the topic because I always get DM'd by various people around the world about local issues they're having or that they feel or perceiving that they're having when it comes to booking gigs or getting things done locally. So I'm just going to go through a range of topics, just to let you know how I've done that, because local bullshit, politics of dancing exist everywhere and no one is immune from it when you're living on this great planet Earth. But before we jump into things, what I need from you is that SLC. Hit subscribe, like, comment, and more importantly, hit the notifications bell to stay in touch with the new videos that we got up and coming, because we don't want you to miss a drop. All right, so point number one, let's just jump right into this, is the perception of cliques. And a lot of people have this perception because they see flyers going around with the same 5 or 8 or 10 DJs on it. And similar to my most recent video that I posted, I think a lot of people are just getting hip to the game of a need to build your own platform. And when you're building your own platform, you are typically working with people that you're comfortable with, that share the same values, that share the same level of commitment, and get things done as expected. So cliques appear to be this way, but there's probably a little bit more depth in terms of relationships that you should explore before reaching that conclusion. And more importantly, if it does appear that you have these tight-knit groups working together, start building your own shit and getting your own shit done. Like, I mean, that's just the way of the world now. You don't have to sit around and wait for the local guy who's got an in with the big club locally to recognize you and put you on. Like, fuck that. Keep it moving, man. Build your own shit, and if not, see how you can partner up and see how you can serve them in terms of adding value. And if you're still not getting any play, just keep it moving. And point number two, this is something you should expect. People talking shit about everyone and anything else, and including you at some point as your success grows. And I experienced this, I continue to experience it, and the easiest thing to do here is just to keep it moving. And from a social media perspective, it's much easier to cut out any level of toxicity out of your network, out of your life completely. A simple unfollow, a simple block does the trick. I wouldn't get hung up on it, especially with stuff that, you know, someone has said that won't even fucking matter in the next 2 months, let alone 5 years from now. And point number three, just know how to avoid those promoters who just love to talk about their dreams of this grandiose party that they're building, and they want you to headline. And not to say that I'm not grateful for opportunities or people considering me as a part of their plans, but I have run into more than one promoter locally saying, oh yeah, I'm planning something big. What are you doing on this date? And then 10 years later, we are still waiting for the party. So you got to know how to filter these people out. It's fun to acknowledge them and say, great, but also let them know, like, hey, you've been talking about this for a while, and just don't waste my time because I got shit to do. And point number four is to know that global kills the local efforts always. I want to put some clarity around this. And what do I mean by this? Global kills local. I think when people are feeling like there's too many cliques in their city, they can't get a way in to play at that favorite club, they just don't seem to have the relationships, people are talking shit about them and not knowing about them, sometimes it feels like you're hitting dead end. And what I mean about the global stuff is if you start looking at things at the global level, like making your beats and competing at the global level, you know, making sure you're getting your music into the hands of people way outside of your city because the world is such a smaller place, that will always trump whatever is going on locally. You're going to force the hands of people locally to know who the fuck you are and what moves you're making. I have definitely experienced this, and I don't relish in it. It's just that it's not a surprise to me that that has happened. And it's also rewarding too, provided you're not burning bridges as you go along the way. Because the reality is, if you paid attention to my previous points, those realities are real, and it's nothing personal except the talking shit part that could get very personal. But at the end of the day, if you are focused and competing at the global level and you're consistent, you have great releases out, you're putting out sets on really, reputable platforms, and people are enjoying their sets and experiencing you, it's really just a matter of time. And point number 5, I don't think I've ever said this in any of these types of local bullshit videos, but I will see it now. Sometimes you have to let a motherfucker know, and it's just the case, and be prepared to take in all that comes with that. I think respect and integrity are a big deal. So if someone's talking shit about you, you're not even in the room, you don't have anything to owe those individuals. And when they step to you and say, yo, I heard you think I'm talking shit about you, you just tell them, yeah, this is what I heard, and this is the deal. Respect goes a long way. And I don't throw a stone and then hide my hand at the end of it. I make sure people understand exactly what I think, and sometimes we can agree to disagree. Sometimes it happens in your own camp, sometimes it happens externally, but the bottom line is I am consistent with my integrity and respect. And I find that that's a universal language. No matter where you go, people always, have a nod to that and pay attention and respect to that. So that's what I say. Sometimes you do have to let motherfuckers know, and there's a time and a place for it. And I'm not talking about, you go get your shooters and your boys out and fuck somebody up physically. I'm just saying from a business perspective, professionally, just be comfortable telling people that's fucked up. You crossed the line. I didn't like what you did, and that's it. And if I see you around, I see you, but I ain't fucking with you anymore. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And sometimes people have a subconscious slip, blame it on drugs or drinking or whatever. I have no qualms of telling people, listen, man, like some of that shit you said before, that was some real deep subconscious shit that came out. I don't give a fuck. I don't have to fuck with you again. And that's it. And just keep it moving, because you'll be more focused on your own stuff, and you won't get wrapped up in the minutia of what's happening locally. I think those are things that could save anyone in this game. So I hope this has been of value to you, this video. The message is coming. Let me know what you're experiencing locally. I'd love to hear it. But generally, most of the time, it all just boils down to how you respond. And the chat doesn't have to stop here. I have an exciting Discord server where you can join for free. Just follow the respectful rules of respecting people, integrity, all that good stuff, and share knowledge with like-minded people. I'd love to hear what you got to say, so please comment on this video if you have any particular thoughts or share experiences if you're comfortable with that. I'd love to hear from you. Much love and respect to you. Peace.